Hey guys. So I came out, I'm just gonna do a little reading and stuff, but I realized that sometimes you don't need your cards. Sometimes, you don't have to, sometimes you don't, you know, have to have a physical representation of the messages and stuff. So I've been sitting here, just thinking, and I realized that there's a lot of signs that are going on in our lives and a lot of things that people just don't pay attention to. The universe sends us signs all the time, like all the time. It's just a matter of whether or not we're paying attention to it. So with that being said, the message that I've gotten today is that we need to connect with nature, that there's still so many of us out there that, we've done the work, we've put in the work, we've developed our intuitive gifts and we've gone above and beyond to get the work done, except we've been forgetting one thing. We haven't been meditating. We haven't been going out in nature, and we haven't been listening to her or hearing what she had to say to us. We take everything that's given to us for granted. I mean, currently right now, with all of this global stuff going on, a lot of us, and a lot of the things that I see regarding, just like surrounding the people that, live around me, like the people I watch, because I people watch a lot. Like, we'll go to the grocery store and I'll just sit there and watch people. Like, I don't know why, I just do it. I've always been observant, and, but again, that's observant for the physical sense. I haven't been observant in the physical sense, the fifth dimension, the stuff that we cannot see yet, but that we're going towards. I mean, we've got some time left. I think the window's closing, and that's only because I strongly feel that these 3 eclipses that are coming up, that are all within the span of 30 days, I strongly believe that it's going to be those nights when our revelations are just like that. Like, the first one's going to hit, and then in between the first one and the second one, it's like it's going to be fast paced. We're going to learn so many things. Our eyes are going to be so open to, what's going on around us. And ooh, look at that, the world. I love these cards. It's a Santa Muerta deck, Book of the Dead. So beautiful. See, that's the back. So I'm going to read what this one is. This one is the world, and honestly, again, as I'm looking at this, I said that, we've got time, but it's going to go by fast. She's up here. She's like, and this is what is it called? A scythe? Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. A scythe? A Sith? Sith's the Star Wars thing. My bad. Ooh, maybe you guys like Star Wars. I like Star Wars. But anyways, so she's sitting on top of the globe, right? So again, this is the feminine side. This is our high priestess side, I guess. That's the one that I want to come up with, but I realize that not everybody has made it to that exact point yet. So I realize that that's not everybody yet, but you are getting there. So don't worry, don't give up. You've put in the work, you've done the thing, so now it's just a matter of time when these revelations are going to be coming to you, and you're going to be seeing them, and you're going to understand them for what that they are. So the world in and of itself, globally, we've been going through a lot of just, I don't want to say chaos, but it has been something for the books, that's for sure. So in this deck, the world, it says, the card of total realization of expansion and achievement. The world brings with it a slow but constant and determined evolution towards success, fullness, towards one's real personal and professional objectives, as if towards the transformation and discovery of a new balance at the peak of a cycle. If this card presents itself at the beginning of a reading, it could bring upon a problem connected to a difficult beginning of something, where a premature realization is necessary before the action, a contraction of time with the risk of not being able to conclude when necessary, or else the emergence of egocentric or dispersive characteristics. Advice of the dead. Do not give up and do not be afraid. The road you have taken is the right one, and whatever difficulty you find will be brief and you will achieve the results you desire. So again, like I said, you're almost there. So don't give up. Just keep on pushing forward, keep on doing what it is that you're doing, but make sure that you're focusing on yourself. A lot of us are healers. A lot of us are able to help people. We're able to help people come to those awakenings. We're able to help people make sense of the awakenings, to make sense of the messages. And I've noticed personally, for me, majority of my life, I have given my all, and I have put work into other people who do not give me the same energy, and who do not put in the same work for me, towards me. So I know a lot of people are like me. I know I'm not the only one. Let's be real. We're not the only one who can see things, or who can hear things, or who can honestly just make sense of things. We are all intelligent. We are all beings of not only this earth, but of this world, but also of the world above us and the world below us. That's why we've got a higher self and a shadow self. That's why we've got light and dark. That's why they say that you have to have your yin and your yang before you can be one, before you can be balanced. Because again, you have to be able to know when to help somebody and when to walk away, because not everybody wants your help. The fact of the matter is people just want to delay you from where you're going, and they might not even realize that that's what they're doing, and you might not even realize that that's what they're doing. But the more you pay attention to the signs around you, and the more you listen to what Spirit, the universe, God has to say to you, the easier and the quicker your revelations, your awakening, it's going to become. Because I don't know about you, but me, personally, this new moon has just rocked me. Like, rocked me to the core. So, it's crazy. Okay, so the Seven of Wands came out. And my first thing that I notice, and that I know with the Seven of Wands, particularly with this deck, is it says to pay attention again to the things around you, because you may think that you're in a position of higher vibration and you're not. One of the high priestesses and the amazing tarot readers on this platform, her name is Queen Cup. She has talked a lot about how there's still people who don't realize that they're karmic, and that they haven't come to the realization yet that they're part of a karmic cycle, that they're not actually, that they're not where they're supposed to be yet, but that they're on the way. They have yet to come to the realization, that they have negative things about them, that they have done things in the past that isn't necessarily the person that they want to be. You know what I mean? Like, so with this card particularly, it says in this deck, it says not to put your roots down. Like, it says that, you need to be cautious, you need to be wary of your roots. So again, with that, thoughts, intentions, words, what you put out into the world will come. Be careful with your thoughts, be careful with your words, be careful with, how you react when somebody's slams on their brakes because, the light just turned yellow and they're like 2 car lengths away, and you have the urge and the desire to just scream some profanity at them. Control yourself, watch yourself, realize that you're only upset because of something else, not necessarily, the fact that they slammed on their brakes. You're probably upset at the fact that, they put you in danger. They did this to you. And that's the underlying thing that I keep seeing that people aren't realizing, is that sometimes the people in our lives are just so asleep. They don't even realize that they're going on autopilot. They don't even realize that they're doing things a certain way because they have yet to actually open their eyes, if that makes sense. So again, you know, you need to make sure that you get grounded. You need to make sure that you're putting yourself out there, that you're putting the intention of being one, not just with yourself, but also with your higher self, with the aspect of knowing who you are, where you came from, why you're that way, knowing how to find the light within yourself and your own darkness. I keep replaying this song in my head. It's This Little Light of Mine. That's like just been on repeat in my head the last few days. And the truth is that's where we are. The reason, you know, Mother Nature and God gave us what it's been giving us over these last few months is so we can become grounded again, so we can, you know, learn from our past and we can move forward towards a better future. I've said it a million times, we're connected. Everything is connected. Don't just, you know, look at one person's actions that upset you and realize that you're upset about it. Look at that person's actions and then find those things that you're upset about with that person within yourself to make sure that you're actually okay with those aspects of yourself. You know, it's one thing to be open and to notice these things in others, but it's another to notice them within yourself. For some reason I keep thinking about apples. I don't know why. I love apples, though. They're so delicious. Okay, so next, let's see. There's so many things going on here. I keep getting distracted. Cars keep driving by. There's boats going down the river. Pretty sure like the same cars have driven by me like 12 freaking times already. Santa Muerta. Yes, okay. So again, this is the time of rebirth. This is the time of becoming something else, becoming something greater, becoming more than what you were before. Don't go back to being that person that is locked away. See, again, don't look back. Stop looking back. What is that Bible story? Is it Sodom and Gomorrah? Is that what it is? Where they looked back and like they got burnt to a crisp, you know, because they were told not to look back at the burning city, and they did. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. But so again, don't look backwards. You see this doorway. It's open for you. It's ready for you to come in there. Don't ignore it. Just go for it. Just be one, because everything's waiting for you. You've got it. It's there. It's open. It's ready for you to explore it. It's ready for you to grow. To, what is it? How do you say it? Have a metamorphosis? I know that's what it is, but that's not the word that I'm thinking of. That's not the way I want to use it. But, you know, you're coming into a time of rebirth. You're coming into a time where all of these new beginnings and all of these doorways are being opened to you. And you've got so many paths and so many things that you need to focus on, that you just need to take it one step at a time, you know, one day at a time. You need to pick up on one thing and focus on that. Like, so today I'm gonna work on, I don't know, I mean, like, today, okay, let's see, for instance. So, me, personally, particularly, I make art, I do readings, I paint. I mean, I've got so many different creative outlets that sometimes it's overwhelming and sometimes it's chaotic. Today I didn't know what I was going to do, so instead I've spent the last hour and a half, 2 hours just sitting in my car out in nature, because I don't want to be in the house. I don't want to work on my crafts today. I want to do some reading. I feel like there was messages that needed to get out there, and I just thought it needed to be done. So just a second ago, some cards came out. We got the Two of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. So the Two of Swords is a decision. It's it's something that, you know, you're coming to. It's like a fork in the road. It's a left or right. It's, again, do I enter the doorway or do I turn my back towards it again? I honestly, some of you have literally been nailing your own coffin shut. You've been putting yourselves in the position to halter your growth, to halter the things that you really want. You've been putting negative thoughts into your mind. You've been hiding things. You've been honestly just not being truthful with yourself. And that is not a good idea. That's not a way to live. In order to live, you need to know everything about yourself. You need to be one with yourself, be one with the earth, be one with your partner. Just in general, the one thing that humans want the most is love, and that's unconditional, whole love, which, honestly, if you think about it, I mean, we've got so many programs and movies and just media outlets in general that have tried to tell us that, you know, there's only that one person. There's only that one thing that we can do. There's only one. And that's not true. That's not the case. You know, we've got soulmates. We've got twin flames. We've got karmic partners. We've got generational ties. There's cords that we've got that are energetically connected from us to, you know, a person that we were in high school with, that we were best friends with because we said we were going to be best friends forever. Yet, you know, life happens. You grow apart, but really you're still picking up on their energy. You're still picking up on just, you're still kind of connected to them in a way. That's like why they say that, you know, every person that you have had intimate relations with, you also have intimate relations with the people that they've had intimate relations, energetically wise. That's just how it is. Because again, most people these days do not take care of themselves. They don't protect themselves. They don't ground themselves. They don't keep themselves at a stable and sacred place. So they're just throwing their energy out into the wind, hoping that somebody will catch the line and, you know, things will be great. And that's not good. That's not how you're supposed to live your life. Again, you're literally sealing your own fate. You're locking it away. You're being blind to everything that this world has to offer us. And then we've also got the Page of Pentacles, which, particularly in this one, again, I said hiding. She's putting something in her bag, not necessarily hiding, but keeping it safe. She's, you know, I'm sure a lot of us have kept relations with friends and have made connections with people, and, you know, we keep them in our back pocket. We keep, you know, let's say that, you know, you get into an argument with Jesse down the road, or Rachel, or I really need to stop naming people that I know, because I don't have problems with either of these people. One of them's my mom. You know, I mean, let's say you've got problems. Okay, no, actually, let's do it this way. We'll say my mom. We'll use my mom because I've already used her name. Jessie. Let's say she's got problems with Rachel from accounting. And Rachel from accounting has problems with Jacob from, I don't know, gardening. I don't know. I can't think of another thing. I don't know why I thought Jacob. I knew some Jacobs in high school. Or grade school. I went to an all-girl high school. Anyways. So, like, let's say, you know, they work together all day, every day. These three people are in each other's presence every single day. Well, let's say, you know, turns out that Rachel and Jacob had been having an affair. Well, let's say Jacob breaks it off, or Rachel breaks it off. Let's say one of them breaks it off. Well, they all three work together. So, who do you think's going to pick up on the tension first? Who do you think's actually going to be the outside person to notice what's going on? That's going to be Jessie. She's going to see all of these things. She's going to pick up on all of it, and she's going to try to help these two, because, let's be honest, if we're using my mom as a real example, my mom is a wonderful person, but my mom also doesn't give a fuck. I'm sorry. My mom also doesn't care about what people have to say, or what, you know, like, if she's going to help you, she's going to try to help you, but if you push her away, then you're done, dude. Like, sayonara. You know, my mom's not going to waste her time. So Jessie's going to go and try to help these people. She's going to try and come to terms with figure out what's going on. Well, actually, you know what? I completely lost it. That was a horrible example. I don't like that.